Okay, so this is configuring your business settings. Once you log in, you'll be brought here to the dashboard. Go down on the bottom left and click on settings. You'll then be brought to business profile. So business profile, you need to add your business logo. So when you invoice from the CRM, your logo will appear. Enter in your business address. Then you can go down and just like what you need to do is enter your time zone. That's very important. So it's important if you have like booking calendars and you have appointments with people so that it's in the correct time zone. Then we go down to staff. You can add employees. So add their name and details here and then go down to user permissions. You can then assign them the permissions that you want them to have and either choose for them to be a user or an admin. Automation. So if there are any errors in the workflows that we set up, if you have this turned on, that's going to notify you by email of those errors so that you can then go and fix it. Calendars. So this is where you can go and configure a new calendar. Conversation AI. You can set up a bot and you can feed it prompts so that it's going to communicate on your behalf using like ChatGPT. It costs 2 cents per response. So not too much and could be very handy. Email services. So what this is saying is to create a dedicated domain. And what that means is that by default, when you send an email from the CRM, it uses this message sender.biz domain. And that's very common. Like if you send emails from any of these email software where people usually get spammed from it, they receive like a lot of emails. Those softwares tend to use message sender.biz. People usually put that into junk or they block it. And that means that any emails coming from this message sender.biz domain are automatically going to be blocked or put into spam when that person receives it because they've blocked it from when someone else sent them an email from a different platform that was using the same domain. So what this is asking you to do is to add a custom domain. The way we can do that is you go back into email services, create dedicated domain. LC means lead connector. That's the app that we use to send messages, emails, and make calls from. You can download the lead connector app on your phone. So lc dot, let's do my domain, cavallaramedia.com, add and verify. What that's going to do is get me to add a subdomain record. So it's going to be a CNAME record that I will add in my CMS. Like I use Wix. It will get me to add a new CNAME record in the back of Wix, and then you press continue and it verifies that. So I'm not going to do that now, but that's a way around getting all of your emails landing in spam for those people who have spammed emails coming from different services. Now, if we keep going down, phone numbers, you can add a phone number. I'll go through that in another video. You can buy a phone number in different states or different countries. You can pretty much choose any state in most countries. US is there, Canada, Brazil, Australia. Places that aren't there are like India, Bangladesh, for instance. I've had a look at all the countries. Now, WhatsApp, you can add WhatsApp as well for messaging, but it will cost you an extra $30 a month. That's just the way it is. Then we got reputation management. So we'll go through this in a completely different section. You need to have your Google business profile integrated first, which you would have seen that, how to do that on our first video. Once you've done that, you can then go and set up reputation management. We're going to have a whole section on this, so you can go and view that there. Domains. You want to add your domains so then you can create things like websites, landing pages, and funnels through this CRM. So you add your domain. You can either add, like, for instance, cavallaramedia.com. And then if you also want to add the www, you would go continue. That's just going to give you a couple of records, like an A record and a CNAME record, so that you can go and add them into the back of your CMS, which for me would be Wix. And then you press verify and it verifies it. If you want to, for instance, like what I've got set up, this is a demo account, but what I've got set up in my real account is I've got, let me show you here. I've got like us.cavallaramedia.com. That has all of our packages for the US and Canada. Then we've got access.cavallaramedia.com. That shows people how to build their business portfolio and their ads account for Meta. and how to give Cavallaro Media access. These are just subdomains that we have created through the CRM. And all you do is pretty much what we did was, for instance, access.cavallaromedia.com. We go continue. It gives us that CNAME record. We go and put that CNAME record into the DNS of our CMS, which is our content management system, Wix, and then verify. And all of a sudden you can use access.cavallaromedia.com. Pretty simple. Then, yeah, integrations, you saw that in the first video. So obviously you've got to go and integrate your Google Business, your Facebook and Instagram, integrate Stripe if you want to take payments. You can integrate TikTok and LinkedIn if you want to advertise from those platforms. I've done all of this. It all works. It's very successful. That's it for now. That's all the settings that you need.